All right, everybody, how we all doing? Welcome to the stream. It's been an interesting week so far on the Nasdaq, to be honest. We'll go over that shortly when we get some more members in here. If you're expecting anything from this live session, what we can expect is hopefully some relatively decent price action. I like to think I've got a decent read on the market as of current. We're also going to be giving away some accounts. We have 5 10K accounts for grabs, and a 25K account for the most active participants. So kick back, relax, Hope you enjoy your stay. And yeah, let's see if we get anything off open here. My move kind of happened pre-market actually. If we quickly just run through. Was kind of expecting a bit of manipulation lower into this 15-minute rejection block. I wanted to look for a continuation higher up to the equal highs. And you can see, as soon as we tapped into that area, that initial reaction was beautiful. And again, looking at the deep charts perspective, we had, again, aggressive buying, followed by trap seller at the VWAP. So yeah, as of current, looks pretty good for potential continuations. But the overall context, I'm going to be real with you, I haven't even taken a trade all week. If you actually take a look at New York's delivery this week, it's been pretty terrible. Monday, as you can see, all we did was basically go sideways. Tuesday, we had decent delivery to the downside, but you can see it was very indecisive within the first kind of few hours of open. Wednesday, literally just sold off without any retrace, offered a retrace, and then just stalled for the rest of the session. And then yesterday, I don't really need to say much about this. You can kind of see what's kind of going on in there. Not brilliant, to say the least. So again, no trades this week from me. I'm not going to say that's not normal. Weeks like this happen in trading. But yeah, today, I don't know what I'm expecting, but I'm just going to kind of react to price and see what we get off the bat. I think it looks more probable as of current than previous days. So we'll see what happens. We kind of already got that initial reaction out of the rejection block. We didn't really deliver. It'll be interesting to see if this area does still hold. Again, I'll be kind of gauging deep charts throughout this session, trading towards the value area low here. So we'll see if we sort of get that acceleration now that market's opened. Yeah, it was it was pretty crazy. I'm gonna be real. Off with the music. Music's still on. Fair enough. And we got a fair few people in here today. Welcome everybody. So I got to keep an eye on both chats, both the Discord and the YouTube chat, just in case anyone isn't aware. We are actually live in the Discord, and there's a little bit less of a delay in Discord. So if you want to jump over to that, feel free to do so. Nice view. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing here, my overall bias is pretty neutral, to be honest. I'm quite indecisive on where I think price wants to go overall. I'm going to be honest, what it does off open, I'm not too interested in right now. I'm going to kind of let price do its thing. Based on the sort of higher time frame perspective, can you see why my bias might be a little bit neutral right now? We've sort of had a major sweep. This was the low of August. So this to me looks like a reprice. So they've repriced it and they're trying to auction it back at the cheap. You think about it, a lot of institutions and things, this is sort of, you know, the period holiday, the prime of sort of summer. A lot of these sorts of institutions are getting out of the market. The fact we're revisiting this area doesn't surprise me. It's just what we do out of this area now. With it being a Friday, are we going to stall here? Are we going to kind of maintain the sort of range that we're currently in? Or are we actually going to see some form of structure higher today? So right now, my job is to kind of react to price rather than kind of predict what I think is going to happen overall. The thing I'm going to use to gauge that is just, you know, sort of targets. We have equal highs currently on NQ. We have Asia low on NQ2. We just rebalanced 50% of this overall range as well, which doesn't look too bad actually. So playing the ranges on NQ is usually very high probability. Especially when they sort of match up with, you know, specific levels. We got the high volatility level here, which is kind of explains you can expect high volatility in the reaction. That's pretty aggressive. You can see here we're starting to build orders. It's fairly balanced right now, but we're trading at the value area low. So there's a lot of volume traded at this level. You can kind of see if you go back, there's a lot of volume traded at this level. So we'll see if we get a sort of acceptance lower here. It wouldn't surprise me because we've already kind of visited higher up in the range today, and I think there's good targets for lower. So I think potential continuation here. Got aggressive selling coming in. Honestly, doesn't look too bad. Let's see what ES is doing here. Yeah, really nice reaction there. Let's see if we can get below the Gex 4 level here. I expect some volume to kick in pretty quick. It's aggressively bearish. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We just need to, again, I kind of want to see if we're going to push back inside the range now, because this could just be a failed auction again. We seem to be quite balanced within this range. Like every time we escape the value area, we're trading back into it. So I kind of want to see if this is just going to be a bit of a flush lower. I kind of like the aggressive selling there as well. It looks pretty decent. We'll see. See if we get some form of acceptance. 380 looks like a decent area. I'm going to take a stab there. I'm going to have my stop at the 380 level. I think it looks pretty good. I'm in pretty low risk. I might look to add to the position if we get some form of acceptance here. We got to fill pretty much at the standard deviation, which is nice. Just kind of want to see a straight flush through. Might look to go aggressive with the break even too. If anyone's curious from where I'm from. Put in there. Oops. So looking to go break even at a 1-to-1, and then look to potentially run this down to 2 standard deviation. Looking at about 2.5 R potentially. Yeah, that's really nice. If you want to run stops to break even, I don't think that's a bad idea, honestly. I'm just going to slightly reduce my risk, to be honest. I'm not going to be open too heavy on this now. See if this runs. I am currently, mate. I've just taken the short. I've just reduced my risk slightly. It looks like we might get slapped out. A break even here. I might look to trail, but I kind of expect this level to hold. I just think there's a chance it could break even me here. Just if you look at where the selling is aligned, it's like pretty much right on my order. So my stop is actually reduced to here now. But I'll look to go break even if we displace back below this low here. If not, then we get stopped. I'll move my stop here. This isn't a 5 risk to reward though. This is technically a 2 risk to reward if it plays out. I'm just kind of giving you context of where my stop loss currently is. Let's see if we get that sort of push lower now. You can see this is sort of balanced. It's auctioning fairly between both buyers and sellers currently. Oh wow, that came close. Whew. Wow. I was so close to my break even. Holy moly. We got all the boys joining now on the Discord. Guys, welcome, welcome. See, if you was here on time, you could have potentially been in this with us. It's a shame. To be fair though, this is it's not displacing like I wanted to. Again, I'm going to keep my stop where it is. I'm kind of accepting of that risk. I want to give it a little bit of breathing room based on the sellers above here. I've been taking out break even there. Yeah, after that rejection there, I think it made sense to get out. And yeah, I've just been stopped out on the other accounts there as well. Nice. Break even on the day. I'm down $64 across all accounts, which is completely fine. Good trade though. Happy with that one. The overall position was this. Up for you. So you can see here, again, I kind of mentioned this, there's a chance that it could wick this area and then react, which it did, and still currently is doing. Based on this sort of really struggling to get below this level though, I don't know. I feel like there's still a possibility we could just get wicked out of this. It drops lower. We'll see. But that's the first trade of the week for me. Honestly, this week has been terrible to trade, so I'm kind of happy with this, honestly. Guys, welcome. Everyone in the Discord, it's good to have you here, guys. See what the YouTube chat's saying. Did anyone manage to get involved, or? We continue to the downside. Hey sir, how are we doing? This is Naz? Yeah, this is Naz, correct. What pair, sir? The Nasdaq, my friend. How many accounts are you managing? I'm managing upwards of 550k in prop capital, as well as a personal account as well. That trade that you see me took there, that was just on the funded account, so I didn't take that on the personal. What was the thought process, bro? Really good question, actually. So it's basically, I expected an auction lower based off what was the value area. The value area is essentially the area of price where most volume is traded, and you can kind of see it here. Within this area, there was the value area. And you can see within this area, we've got heavy buying, heavy selling. These are basically 49 contracts, buying contracts, 50 selling contracts, 55 selling contracts, 43 buying contracts. Okay, so you're actively seeing what's kind of going on within price. And I've basically seen aggressive selling at the value area. So I'm expecting this level to get basically traded through and look for a continuation. So we sort of, again, got that reaction. We got that sort of follow through, that aggression below the value area. We then took the short, and then we got stopped out just above these sellers. Overall, really good trade though. It's first trade of the week for me. It's been really slow. How do you manage your funded account as compared to your personal capital? It's a really good question. The thing is, I don't really treat it any differently. I don't really look at my P&L. And what I try to focus on is consistent base hits on the funded. I'm not going for massive risk to rewards. I'm usually a base hit trader of like 1 to 2 risk to reward. And the reason why I do this is simply because of the sort of way that I understand prop firms, being in the game as long as I have been. It's a win rate game. You need that sort of consistent win streak to sort of build the buffer, to hit consistency rules. And when you're trading, CFD firms like Atlas, though, they're a lot more flexible. So for me, I treat a personal account like a CFD account, where I'm a little bit more sort of aggressive with the risk. I understand my, obviously, statistics of my model, my performance across the last 2.5 years. Use that data to my edge. So the prop accounts, I'm a lot more sort of risk averse. I'm a lot more aggressive with starting to get them passed quickly. And then I'll use conservative risk management on the funded phase. And on the personal account, I'll take about 2 to 3 trades a month, but I'm usually sized quite aggressively. And my approach is to kind of scale in 2 positions. I find on the NASDAQ, scalping is just, for me, it's my bread and butter. I love it. It's great. Great short. Yeah, unfortunately, we did get stopped though, literally. I thought this might happen because, again, it looks to me quite bearish off market open. I was quite indecisive at first, but the value area confirmation for me was enough. But I'll take this, honestly, on a day like this, or on a week like this, I should say. Free account giveaway? Yes, sir. We'll be doing that soon. We'll give it a little bit of time. Give it like 10 minutes. We'll give a few away at first. I've kind of got some names in my head that are kind of more active in the Discord and the YouTube. So yeah, for everyone tuning in, thanks for joining. If you have any questions about anything that I've kind of discuss today, anything like that, please do not hesitate to answer. I've been teaching trading for a while now. I had a great mentor as well. So when it comes to teaching, I like to think I've got a way of explaining that will probably help you understand what I'm talking about pretty quickly too, which is good. NAS is very dangerous. I mean, it can be, but your job as a trader is to react, my friend. Shouldn't be dangerous. We'll see if this ends up playing out. We'll do this, but like I said, for now, you can see we're sort of in a bit of a balanced price range. You can see the value area is now moved to the low. We're trading at the point of control. So again, we can expect sort of sideways price action for a little bit before we get some form of direction. How many instruments do I trade? I only trade the NASDAQ, my friend. I only trade the NASDAQ, believe it or not. People like say, why do you not trade multiple assets? Well, I don't need to. Like, if I can just master one asset and understand its behaviors and build a high level of discretion over the next 5 years, like that will unlock you far more than trying to trade 3 different assets for 5 years, in my opinion. I don't want to be a hostage to the charts. I don't think that's good for anybody. But I obviously use ES as a correlating tool. So you'll see the NASDAQ and ES, they move relatively in sync. They look really in sync on the higher time frames, to be fair. If I show you here, if I flicker between the two, it'll kind of be hard to tell, you know, maybe it's not the best actually, but they move in correlation. So I use ES as a tool to kind of gauge where NQ is likely to go. You can see now that we're trading into discount of this range, so getting that reaction. Area that I'm looking at currently is the Asia low on NQ. If we take a look at ES as well, this is a little bit further away, but if anyone knows me, people know me for the Asia sweep model. My model is so good. Don't know if it can be used in this sense though, because we've already taken Asia high, so we'll see. I'm just kind of expecting a bit of a continuation lower, to be honest. It doesn't really seem like any buying has been rewarded within this whatsoever. Damn, look at that. We really got involved in the chart. But this is what it's been like all week. I really thought that we'd just get that sort of straight flush lower. And this is why I've not traded all week. The delivery of price has just been terrible. But if anyone is still in this, by the way, very well into you. Like I said, this area is holding beautifully. How do you overcome impatience? It's a big edge ruiner for most traders. My friend, that is a brilliant question. I love that, by the way. So when it comes to being impatient, I think it usually comes down to, in my opinion, 2 things. 1, ego, and 2, your emotional attachment to money. You as a trader, as a human too, will naturally be an impatient person at times. And especially in trading, it's 90% sitting on your hands and doing nothing. It's a boring game. It's rewarding, but it's boring. And as a trader, in order to overcome impatience, it's a matter of overcoming your sort of relationship with trading. It's not always about being right, being wrong. It's not about chasing the next trade. It's not about making money. Your job is to simply predict whether price is going to go up or down in an instant and make reaction-based decisions on that. Everything else is irrelevant. Trading is just candles on a screen going up and down, and your job is to predict if it's going to go up or down. You'll be rewarded for that, but the reward doesn't matter. What matters is your performance. And if you start focusing on performance, you'll probably find you're less bothered about being patient, and you'll find yourself worrying about other things, such as like FOMO and things like that. Patience is one that comes with experience too, I think. You have to be disciplined. Give me your giveaway. I mean, asking for an account probably isn't. You're all in the giveaway. Don't worry about that. I have a game that's gonna pop off, but I might need. Do we have a games chat? We do have a games chat. I might need McDaniels to do something for me. Let me message this guy. By the way, shout out McDaniels. He's like my admin. He kind of sits behind the scenes, make sure everything's going well. Get W McDaniels in the chat. He's a handsome guy too. Kind of looks like God. I'm not gonna lie. His name is the FX Godfather too. What are the top mistakes that funded traders for? Let me just quickly send a message, mate. I'll get back to you. All right, what was the question? Sorry. What are the top mistakes that funded traders fail? I'm gonna presume your question is what are the top mistakes funded traders make? I think. Based on my experience with sort of traders who are looking to get funded, they think that getting funded is like. I don't want to sound arrogant because this will make me sound arrogant. But traders think that getting funded is going to change everything. And in reality, it actually doesn't. Now, sure, funded accounts are a great way to leverage capital, but they're there to be leveraged. They're not there to be kept. You're not supposed to have these accounts for, months and years. They're supposed to be sort of rinsed and repeated. It's a return of investment game. I've gone over this in multiple streams before, but it's the actual view of prop firms that I think traders make a mistake. They see them as the be all and end all, the holy grail. And yes, they can make you some serious amount of money, but your job isn't to keep those accounts for a long time. You're supposed to leverage them high, make as much money as possible below them, and repeat that process. That's what kind of got me that accelerated growth through prop firms. And we can see here now sell efforts really building. These purple boxes that you see, this is basically where we can expect a lot of selling effort. If price comes back into this area, and you can see it's that aggressive that it's not even returning to these areas. We've got really aggressive selling now. And we finally came down to what would have been our full TP. So I'm kind of expecting price to magnetize down to the value area now. It looks pretty good. And what we can do in the meantime, we can check the actual range of New York Open quickly and just kind of see how big we're dealing with. Let's have a look here. Okay, we definitely have more breathing room to the downside. It's only a 186-point range. We're coming up to the Asia low, which looks good. So we'll see if we kind of get the take on that. This is the 5-minute time frame perspective. Looks a little bit different. You can see the sort of average selling effort at the moment is sort of like 57. So yeah, looks good. There's that value area touch. Aggressive selling on the value area too. Let's see what happens. Potential flush through. We're going to react off. We'll see. So that's the sweep. If we check ES as well, we can sort of see if ES is moving in a similar direction, which it is. It also looks like it's coming up to 50% of the range. Nice, it pretty much has. To the tick. Lovely. Interesting. Matches up with X5 too. Just don't know if I'm in love with the continuation yet. I still feel like there's breathing room lower to the previous day's low. This for me was my target coming into the day on the daily time frame. This previous day's low. Daily candles just flip bearish. I imagine we'll just create a bottom wick here and go for the previous day's low. So kind of swinging into this a bit more on the downside, to be honest, today. High of the IBs formed first as well. Oh, we got position nice on the shorts too. See, as it started to play out a little bit more, it's sort of aligning now to go lower. And this is what I mean by trading sort of a reactive game. Up here, I didn't really know what price wanted to do, and now I've got a bit more of a understanding of what price might do. Yeah, I might take out the previous day's low. Yes, please check Discord audio. Hello, everyone in Discord. I think you can hear me now. Sorry if I accidentally muted myself. There we go. How do you handle slippage during high impact news? I never really find myself in a trade during high impact news, to be honest, mate. It's never really happened. Yeah, we'll do the giveaway at the end of the stream, my guy. There's quite a lot of people here, to be honest. A lot more than we expected, I think. So We can do a guess the number game. They're always good fun as well. It's reversing from the 50%. Is that on a yes? Yeah, good call. In order for price to go lower, it must go higher first. I feel like this is just a retracement to go lower. I don't know. I could be wrong, but price to me it's sort of aligning to go lower. Sort of makes more sense. How do you ensure your mind is always sharp to make the best trading decisions? I think it's pre-market routine for me. Like I'm quite autistic, like I'm diagnosed autistic as well. So I'm very routine based. Now, in order for me to sort of have a good day, I need routine. And for me, that's going to the gym, making sure my mind's clear, I know it's a weird one, but getting sunlight as well. I live in the UK and we don't get a lot of sun. And sun has such an impact on your mood, like your mindset and everything like that. Like just these little pre-market rituals that just make me feel good throughout the day and that sort of give me that, sort of natural dopamine. And making sure that I've not made any major decisions during the day is a big one. I'm a big believer, and my mentor sort of taught me this. Humans are only capable of making like 1 to 2 high quality decisions a day. And I don't really want to be going about my day, like waking up thinking, oh, what am I going to wear? What am I going to wear to the gym? All right, have I got my drink ready? Have I got this ready? All this sort of stuff creates mind clutter and it just drains your brain's energy early on. You don't want that. So my advice is to be organized and prep days before, have your stuff ready so you can just get on with your day. So you have to make as least decisions as possible so you can come to the market and use those high quality decisions and your unclouded mind to the charts. And a big one as well, the last thing I'll say is if your life is chaotic, your trading is going to be chaotic. If you're there scrambling for change, trying to survive, and you're trying to trade, you're not going to see success. It's going to be very difficult for you to do so. If you're someone who's got a lot of stuff going on in their life, maybe it's to do with family, it's to do with work, it's to overall stress, all of that is going to translate into the market. And you need to be able to understand and go, right, realistically in this mindset, if I trade, probably not going to do well. Long term and short term, I need to take a step back and be okay with that. It's hard for people to take a step back though. They struggle to do it. Again, we're sort of in this balanced price range again. If you ever hear me say that, I basically mean like I'm just trading efficiently. Both buyers and sellers are being rewarded. So there's a good chance that this could just create another wick and come straight back into this sort of range. We'll see. Oops. There we go. Let me take that off. There you go. See the wick? This is just what it's done all week. It's so predictable to just go sideways. Support and resistance traders will be killing it, by the way. Yeah, schoolwork trading, yeah, needs a balance for sure. 100%, And I think it's also like this game requires sacrifice too. I can't tell you how many hours I spent living. I worked 9 to 5, and then from 5 to 9, I was living off coffee and snuzz pouches, just trying to lock in on trading and learn as much as I could in such a short amount of time. And even then I burnt myself out. I didn't really learn much either until I had proper guidance. But you only trade on 1 minute time frame? No, I trade 40 ranges. So to explain this isn't a price or a time-based chart. This is a price-based chart. So every 5 points NQ moves, it will print a candle. So you'll see when it moves, this candle will be 5 points, including the wick as well. So every candle that you see here is the same size. So you'll see when it gets a little bit higher, it'll create a new candle. Or if it gets a bit lower and creates a little bit more of a bottom wick, it'll create a new candle. There it is. You see that? And you see like the candles sort of print like at a different rate every time. So this is just based on price movement. It's a really good scalping tool. Most of my entries come from anywhere from a 5 minute to a 30 second, my friend. You trade at TP? I did, sir. Yeah, if we kept it open, that would have been nice. But yeah, for me, I wanted to see that instant delivery. Scalping? Yeah, I'm a scalper. I can swing trade too, trading ES, but it's not something that I do unless the sort of like the geopolitical context makes sense. We're sort of coming towards a time now where the swing positions have been missed. I think ES is trading back up to all-time highs now. I think there was opportunity Q2 to sort of get involved in those sorts of lower pricings. How do you handle a really bad day, and how do you prepare for the next one mentally? If I've had a really bad day outside trading, I won't trade. If I've had a bad day inside trading, I'm quite good at just walking away. I'm able just to shut down my laptop. Like when it comes to the money of trading and the reward and things, I kind of lost that feeling a long time ago. It doesn't really bother me anymore because I know I'm capable of doing it, and it's just like now it's just the norm, so to speak. So I'm able to walk away from losing days. Just if I take a loss or I take a string of losses on the bounce, and I feel my thought process start to change into a more emotional based mindset rather than a process based mindset, then I just walk away. And I'm really good at just being able to shut down my laptop. Obviously I have like my insider group. There's only a few of us. They're really good traders. They've been trading with me for pretty much my whole career, some of them a little bit less. And they know that, like, and they're all very much similar. Like, we almost sense when someone's just had a bad day and they're just able to walk away. And having accountability partners, I think, is good too. Like having people to go, bro, like, come on, man, you've taken 2 trades on the bounce in the space of 5 minutes and you're already looking for your 3rd entry. Like, please just walk away, mate. Don't be a dickhead. I probably shouldn't swear on stream, apologies, but don't be that person. Just walk away. So having people to hold you accountable, I think, is going to be essential too. Are you trading in funded account? Yeah, I trade both funded and personal accounts, mate. I say personal accounts. I have 1 personal account, and I'm funded up to 5. Well, I think I've basically blown a 50k, so it'll be 500k. Do you have a daily target? 2R for me. I risk the same on every trade. I'm really consistent with my risk. The way you sound, it sounds easy, but not gonna lie, it's not easy. Just because trading, because of bad days and not bad trades. I think you were talking about when I was like walking away from the chart. I think, yeah, as Daniel says, mate, it's just discipline. Like there comes a point in time where you have to understand it's literally, this game is you versus you. It's not you versus the market. The market's going to do whatever the market's going to do. Like you are the only person who control your impulses, who can control your emotions. And it's like, it's easier said than done, but that is literally all it is. It's like nothing else is going to magically make you someone who can walk away from the charts. The only way you're going to learn to walk away from the charts is doing it when you need to do it. And that's just discipline, and that's trading in a nutshell. It's you versus you. The market's going to do whatever the market's going to do. And the only thing you can control is you. Oh, 100%. Like managing a day. That's Silent Alchemist, by the way. Welcome back, brother, from last stream. Bad days are like, it depends what you define as a bad day. Because like for me, a losing day is no longer a bad day. It's based on performance for me. Like I can take a loss, right? And I'm still like, really good day. Execution was 10 out of 10. I didn't hesitate on the entry. The read on the market was good up until the point of entry, which I thought had validation based on the entry criteria. Everything was ticked off. I didn't hesitate. I controlled emotions during the trade. Unfortunately, this one lost. That's not a bad day. That's like, damn, okay, I managed a losing day. That's a skill in itself. You need to learn as a trader. You trade like gambling? Oh, did he? Trading needs to become extremely boring. It just gets boring eventually. I mean, don't get me wrong, like the reward is great and that's like it infinitely gets better. But like they just get to a point now where it's like I don't even look at my P&L. I mean, I know my P&L, but I don't look at it. My risk is always the same. That's the only thing I check. And other than that, trading is just for me candles going up and down on a screen. obviously I use order flow tools, so scalping for me makes a lot of sense. And especially with NASDAQ being the most traded asset in the world, this is again a great pair for, I think, any beginner trader to get into as well. I think if anyone's new starting out and you're looking at things like Forex, they're much more manipulated markets. They're designed to go sideways. And obviously there's so much money traded through them institutionally that it's literally not made for retail. I only know one successful Forex trader. And being transparent, 40% of his income came from broker affiliations. 60% was actually from prop firm trading Forex. How much risk to your absolute max? It's 500 per account, mate. So that's $500 risk per account. It's just on a copy trader, so I only use one account, but it copy trades to all the others. But it's got like a thing on it, so it'll take my other accounts out 3 ticks prior to my actual TP, because sometimes slippage on these copy traders is a bit of a ball ache. Did you first start with NAS? No, I actually started with Forex, my friend. I started on I didn't even want to tell you what pairs I were trading. Japanese yen. Obviously I was trading the euro dollar. But again, the only model I had success with was the Asia Sweep model on Euro USD. But even now, there's no need for me to trade Forex. I feel like I've got over 1,000 hours staring at the NASDAQ over the last, 2.5, 3 years. So it's the one that I have the best discretion on. And if I just continue to build on that, I'll, consistently get better at trading this asset. You can see we're sort of still range bound. As I mentioned before, I drew these lines. You see how price is really struggling to get out of these areas. This is what you call a balanced price range. And this is just price action you really want to avoid. I see a lot of traders try get involved in like the sort of like continuations, somewhat like this, which I can understand why, but they'll go for like a 2 risk reward. For like, if you're going to go for a trade like this, you're better off going for a 1-to-1. But I personally think this has more chance of going lower based on the initial balance, the levels, and also sort of how today's price action is sort of aligned. Although ES is getting a super clean push to the upside currently, but we're rejecting from GEX2 again, so that sort of balanced price range, but really struggling to get out of it. ES looks more directional than NQ though, for sure. But we'll see if we actually do something. This is currently untradeable. I've been trading for 4 years or so, but it still feels it's not working out for me. Do you have any advice? I feel like I'd have to know you more to give you some advice, if it's going to be personally directed to you. I guess I'd need to know more about you, really, because I could just give you some really generic advice and let you be on with your day. But I think if I'm going to answer a question like that, I'd need a bit more context of like who you are. You someone who like works a job? Are you actively trading every day? How much time are you dedicating to the charts? All of these things kind of come into it. Yeah, as an educator myself, I'm not going to give you some advice based if I don't have too much information about you as an individual. I'd want to know more about you first. Your name was Roland and Micah. I don't know if you want to join up on Discord, mate. You're more than welcome to drop me a DM, and we can kind of talk about it. I usually give an hour a day to my Discord guys. So, and again, we're in that sort of balanced price range again. Really struggling to get out of that one. It's always fun. I'm in Discord already. Perfect. Roland, can you let me know your Discord username, please? Do you offer any courses? Not currently, mate. I'm gonna be honest, like I don't really need to sell a course. I trade with some people who are, I'm not gonna call them my insiders, but they've known me pretty much since I started trading. And some of those people I've actually taken under my own wing to help myself. But I mean, even trading, I do want to do some form of like educational stuff. Like I do YouTube, and I've got like a full YouTube platform and things. But for me, when it comes to trading education, it's like everyone thinks it's a scam. And again, for me, I'll just build up a reputation and do something when it feels right. As of right now, everything I do is for free. Because I'm not really bothered about making money from it. I'll do something eventually. I'm planning on doing like a big boot camp of like my model overall, and giving it to you guys as part of being with Atlas, which would be pretty awesome. But my studio is currently under renovation. Wooden soundproof panels are going up tomorrow. LEDs are getting installed tomorrow. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be productive. It's going to be good. Hi Leo, how you doing today? I'm doing very well, thank you, brother. I'm not too bad for a Friday. How's yourself? How are we doing after yesterday? I'm all right. Can't complain, bro. Honestly, yeah, yesterday was terrible. I sort of looked at it for the first hour. I was like, I'm just gonna leave. Again, that ability to sort of walk away, because I just knew, I had a very good feeling it was going to be a choppy day. Basing was taking the low that I mentioned at the start of the stream. Yeah, it didn't look great, so I just walked away early yesterday. So waiting on that face reveal, yeah, it'll come next week. me and McDaniels were speaking about that actually. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. You've got my profile picture. I've kind of got a different hairstyle since then, but that is me. Fib, supply, demand, liquidity equals success in the market. To you potentially, but not to everyone. Trading is not black and white, my friend. Discretion is a big part of it. If I was to ask you, sir, what does discretion mean? Would you be able to tell me? Should I text you on Discord right now? Please. How do you overcome impulses? Again, just that sort of discipline thing, and just reminding yourself why you're actually in the market in the first place. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to see if price goes up or down. And that sort of impulsiveness, like if I don't know which way it's going to go, I'm not going to trade. But if I know there's money on the line, I'm likely to get an impulse, right? I'm like, oh, but it could go that way. I could make some money. As soon as you cut away the money, impulsiveness is, again, it's easier said than done, just cutting off the attachment to money. I could recommend some amazing books like Thinking in Bets by Annie, I can't remember her last name, Annie Brooks, something like that. Unbelievable book. But yeah, impulsiveness usually comes down to a money attachment. I can guarantee like 80% of your problems as a trader comes down to money. Always does. So if you work on the attachment of money, impulsiveness will no longer be a problem for you, and you'll find another problem to focus on in trading. How did you come to know about Forex? I bought a course from a guy called Alex G because I saw he had a pink Bugatti, and I was arrogant and thought, oh wow, this looks really easy. I just draw boxes on a chart. Spent $2.5 grand. I got a live stream on a Saturday when the market was closed, and I got 4 videos. And yeah, conveniently, I then joined a Discord forum, and I was speaking to some guy who, again, had 12 years of experience in the market. I didn't know this at the time. I was just speaking to him, got on a call with him. He was sort of kind of took me through his way of trading. He's a low-key trader again. He's not really active on social media. But yeah, he sort of we kind of just became friends, and then he kind of took me under his wing, told me a lot about what he knew, showed me his experience. And at that point I was like, wow, like this guy's actually done it. I think it was in his 12 years of trading, he's pulled out over $2.5 million just from trading. And that's, I think 20% of that was through prop firms. So he's done really well for himself. And he just taught me like market mechanics, how to build discretion, how to collect data, how to read the market from a perspective of non-retail and gave me access to tools, and helped me understand these sorts of tools to a high standard, that have allowed me to not break ways with him. I'm still in touch with this guy, but I no longer trade with him anymore. I'm fully self-sufficient now. And it got to a point where his view actually impacted my trading, because I had built a level of discretion that worked for me. And then when I was trading with him, who had a slightly different view of the market, it would impact my results, which is why I say trading isn't black and white. At first, I did amazing with my mentor. And then eventually it got to a point where trading with my mentor impacted my performance because of the noise and things. And then I stopped trading with him and everything started to fall into place. And when I need him for emotional support or whatever, I need advice, or I want to find out more about a new thing, he won't do it for me, but he'll give me, sort of a direction to go, okay, you want to learn about this? I'd check this out. You do the work. There's the sort of resource. So it's a great connection to have. Also a great guy too. I'm pretty sure he likes S&P 500 also. I use it as a correlating asset. I don't personally trade ES though. ES and NQ move in correlation. So there's currently a divergence on this low. Probably caused that initial reaction. Right now, they're not really correlating at all. You can see one's taken the low, the other one hasn't. That's what you call an SMT divergence. I think that's what the ICT traders call them. Yeah, for me, it's nothing too significant. It's a good area in price. It's at 50% of the range on ES. ES looks better for higher pricing than NQ currently. I think NQ's making lows, ES is making highs. They're not moving in sync. And we've only just left this balanced price range after, how long was it? Let me do it. No. It's not gonna let me do it. I should probably clean up my charts a little bit. Yeah, it took us 17 minutes to escape this range. Was it 17 minutes? Yeah, it was about that, yeah. And now we can start looking for a trade again now that we've sort of broken out this range. We're getting a bit more direction. What's your take on trading lots? Trading bots? No, any that actually work. If you want a trading bot that works, it's going to cost you up to $50,000 to $100,000, mate. Going to be real with you. Institutions pay thousands, millions for these sorts of, most of institutional trading now is all algos anyway. So just trading algos are usually the thing. Trading bots that are, sign up to this broker, you do that, and then the bot will work for you. Usually it's through Vantage. My opinion is just read between the lines. I'm not going to say anything. Like I said, I hate this industry. That's all I'm going to say. I hate it. Hey Leo, I know I ask about this a lot, but do you think one can be profitable 6 months into trading? I've seen a lot of people saying it takes years to be financially successful on Forex, and talking about mentor. Do you think every beginner should have a mentor? So this is again, fantastic question, Mikey, by the way. So for me personally, in my personal experience, right, and what I've seen from other traders, so I can give you an example of a guy called Subi. Is he in today's call? I don't think he will be. We got Ibrahim here though. Which is cool. Welcome, Ibrahim. So there's a guy called Subi. I met Subi when I was there when he first ever looked at a chart. He never looked at the NASDAQ before. He never even looked at TradingView before. And it was me and my mentor. We sort of took him into the insider group and we sort of, taught him about trading, gave him guidance. And he was my first proper, I'd say, mentee. He's now been trading for a year and a half. In that year and a half, I think he's had, I can't remember how many payouts, but he's working a part-time job now. So he was working full-time. And in a year and a half, he's managed to cut down from full-time work to part-time work. And he works about 20 hours a week. And everything else is just trading and whatever else he wants to do in his life. Now, he's only a year and a half into his journey. He's made enough money that he's been able to go, right, I'm going to not say bye to the job, but I'm going to cut down my hours from the job so I have a consistent source of income to then build into the trading, right? Now, success in trading, and whatever you define success, like people say financially successful. Yes, I think financially, to be successful in trading, it's going to take a fair few years. But success can be also defined as freedom. Subi, for example, has seen great success from trading because he was working a 9 to 5 every day, Monday to Friday, and he hated it. And now he only works 2 days a week. So he's unlocked 5 days out of 7 in his week. That to him is a good level of success. And for a year and a half in, that's a great achievement. In a year and a half, again, 3 years after his career, he probably won't be working a job, and he'll be pulling out maybe, $6 to $7, maybe $8,000 a month from trading. It's nothing glamorous. It's not these 100K months, but it's enough. You don't need millions to be successful. You need a sort of steady base, and prop firms give you that leverage. I mean, if you look at the amount of payouts Atlas Funded have given out, like the average trader getting paid out literally like $2,000. It sort of makes sense, right? It's like, well, all you need is $2,000 a month to live, like a very just basic life, gym, bit of travel, going out for food with your friends, whatever. Anything else is a bonus. But for me, freedom was the thing. I knew money was obviously going to come, but it wasn't my drive for it. I wanted freedom because I can't. If I had a load of money and I have no freedom, what's the point? So I want the freedom first, and the money will come. Any plans for Atlas to get into futures? Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, you can already trade futures on Atlas, by the way. Plus, their new platform as well is gonna be awesome. I don't know if anyone's seen it. When we do the giveaway, I'll do it at the end of the stream, brother. Hope we can connect soon. Discord afterwards, for sure, my man, for sure. Listen, man, you gotta understand my Discord DMs are usually prioritized to the people that I work directly with. Because again, they're sort of like my mentees, so to speak. But I love networking with people. I've spoken to you, obviously, Pranav, before. He was great. You and Alchemist. I think was it you guys that won the accounts last time? There's probably some other people in there too. What do you usually do on the weekend? Depends, really. This weekend, I'm building my studio. So I'm not really, well, I say building, I'll only need tomorrow. And then Sunday, I quite like going on hikes and stuff, like climbing, not mountains, but like big hills and getting to see cool views. I like football. Play football a lot as well. I could play some football. Depends on the weather, really. I live in the UK, so the weather's usually, I'd say 4 times out of 10, it's good. It's not great. Not great probabilities. Do you think the performance market will ever go away someday in the future? It's not really something I'm worried about, to be fair. I think I'd more focus on other things, like building a model around an asset that suits your trading personality. I won't worry about markets going anywhere, my friend. After building a studio, there'll be a face reveal. Yes, next week. I promise, guys. I promise you. There'll be a face reveal next week. Don't worry. How long has been your losing streak? I mean, we can have a look, to be fair. So yeah, this week we've literally taken 0 trades. My biggest losing streak was one here, I think. Yeah, we took a bit of it. We had a rough sort of end to March. Really, really good on the risk, but I was just way too trigger happy. Way too trigger happy. But yeah, I went on a 3 losing streak this month already. So it was down 2.5 hours, and then we recovered it back. Not doing too bad this month though. Every month's been profitable so far. So yes, I'm not doing bad. All my trades are documented in here too for transparency purposes. Every single trade. Equity curves the lot. Only one I haven't journaled is today's trade. Leo makes it look easy. I mean, maybe it's the passion for trading I think I have. Like, I have a very good way of explaining it that makes it easy. Like, drawing boxes and lines on a chart isn't difficult. Understanding it is a whole different process. Like, you all can draw and view the market like me, but actually understanding what to do when certain things happen is another thing. And I can teach you briefly in a live stream, but like I said, I'll be making some content eventually around all of this. I used to be a football coach. Yeah, I did actually. Leo, a lot of UK boys love football. Football is one of the few things that always takes my mind off of trading. Glad Premier League is back. Yes, see, this guy knows. I'm a Leeds United fan as well, so I'll be supporting them this year. Yes, Mr. Pranav, you got a question, sir? Please go ahead. Yeah, we got you, Leo. I wasn't trying to flex, Mr. Edit. My bad. Only fair value gap for liquidity. Can you please help me? The Crazy Friends vlog. I mean, I can. Depends what you need help with, my friend. Please clarify. Which trading journal are you using? This is just one I made on Notion, mate. I made it myself. Notion's great for stuff like this, by the way, for data collection, because you can like import calendars, little chart views, and like, yeah, for data collection purposes, it's brilliant. Like, it's just unbelievable. Like, really easy to sort of view everything, and then like, you know, you click into something, you got all like the information about it. It's good. Leeds, don't laugh at me, Roland. Don't laugh at me. I love Leeds. You can probably tell by the accent, actually. I'm fairly close to Leeds. I live on the outskirts of Leeds. There you go. I'll just dedox myself in front of however many people we've got in stream today. What do you do after a losing streak? Do you continue to use the same strategy? Of course I do, bro. My approach never changes. I mean, I'm not a trader who trades like black and white, and it's like, you know, I have a discretional element to my trading. I understand what price is likely to do at specific areas, and I know what signature things to look for at those moments. But my edge comes from my understanding of price as a whole and just being able to, you know, react off it. So discretion is what gives me my edge. And sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. I'm never going to be right 100% of the time. You know, I don't know what's going to happen ever. None of you do. None of you know what's going to happen. It's a game of probabilities. We've been live for an hour. God, that's gone quick. Rival to Manchester United, you're a United fan. Well, you're banned from my stream, sir. Excuse me, Daniels, can we get this guy out of the stream, please? I'm only messing. The word "a successful trader" is deeper word than most people define it, bro. That was nonchalant, bro. That's true. Like, success as a trader is more than just making money. It's a journey of self-discovery, and you won't know that until you really until trading exposes your ego. It's called Notion, my friend. Someone's put it in the chat for you. Thank you for doing that. So I have this strategy. Oh, sorry, I missed out on a little bit. Can you look on gold? I'm probably not going to look at gold in the stream, my friend. I don't do gold. Trading is easy. Why don't they sell other assets and start fighting the market? Oh, my friend. You do realize, like, I don't really know how to explain this right. So if you were to take every retail trader and, you know, even every single trading influencer that you know, people like, I don't know, Justin Werline or TJR, whatever, right? You put all of them into a basket, right? And they fight. Do you know how much of a fight they're going to do? Probably like 5%. We don't even make up 5% of what's traded in these markets, my friend. It's impossible. They just never fight the market. Yeah, not too sure on that one, bro. So I have this strategy I've been working on, and I have to backtest it for the past 6 months. Now I can say it's working, but my fear is that the 6 months is too short to just judge. Okay. So basically what you're saying is you've got back-tested data. In that 6 months, it's shown to have a positive win rate, maybe a positive risk to reward, it's profitable, and you're sort of asking, you're debating whether to jump into the live market with this 6 months, or you're thinking, actually, I should collect more data. I'll tell you this, my friend, you can collect as much data as you want, okay, on a model. You could collect 5 years of it and then come to the live market, and you'll get cooked in the live market. You get cooked. My advice would be to get a balance of data, get forward tested data and also back tested. So after today's session, go back through it and see if your model presented itself. And then over time, you can go, right, okay, I've done this for now 3 months. Let me actually take this into the live market now. I'm still going to collect back tested data, but let me see if I can trade this in real time. Because back testing, you have so much time. You can pause price, you can really analyze it. You can go, right, okay, I'll just take a stop. Let's just take a look into it. In real-time markets, you're not going to have time. So you need to build that almost that judgment and that element of like, right, I'm going to enter now. That sort of reactiveness is going to come from forward testing and live testing. And that's what's going to give you a very good skill to have early on, I think. So build that confidence trading live early on. Get some skin in the game. Put a $100 account, personal account, and just trade it. Build some confidence with actual money on the table. How many trades do you place daily? On how much volume average? Like, you know, so every trade is the same amount of risk. Since, well, you'll see it since the risk increase. Where is it? So the risk increase happened in June. So if we just go from June, so every trade that you see here was risking, so 0.5R is a reduced risk, so that would have been a $250 loss per account, and then a 1 hour would have been a $500 loss per account. And in terms of the amount of trade, again, it really just depends on the day. Again, discretion is where my edge lies, you know. So I can't, I have a cap on how much I'll trade. Like, I won't trade more than 3 times in a day. 3 trades is way too much for me. Like, I don't have that sort of ability and that emotional sort of, not control, but that sort of emotional resilience to go, like, it'll just exhaust me trading too much. So usually I'm like a 1 trade a day, 2 trade a day type of guy. But this week I've literally taken 1 trade, and that was the one on stream earlier that ran to about 1 hour and then slapped us out a break even and then went to TP. But that's just part of the game. I really don't mind. This week has been pretty horrendous. Do you use the RTY? Return to, I'm not too sure what the RTY is, brother. I asked more than 10 questions, but you don't answer. I'm sorry, bro. I'm trying to keep up, my guy. What's your name? Malbanek. Keep going. We will win in the end. Here we go. Don't laugh at him. Every single trader will suffer from losses. The difference is that how much money can you lose if you are right, and how much money you can lose if you are wrong. Is you rely on data. Yeah, you are right. Like, data, I'm a very data edged sort of person. Everything that I have is you know, based on the data that I have, my understanding of price going lower based on the initial balance forming, the high forming first, based on us getting below the HVL, which puts us to negative gamma. The fact is we consistently made bearish structure while ES was creating bullish structure, sort of kind of gave me that incline that right now to the downside, NQ stronger, which gives me incline to get more short on the market. All of these things kind of come into play. End of the day, I'm either going to be right or wrong. And everything that I've just told you there is based on the data that I have collected through the years of trading. And I'm very grateful to be able to share it with you guys. But yeah, please feel free to ask your questions again if I've missed them, because you got to think I'm looking at the YouTube chat, I'm also looking at the X chat, I'm also looking at the Discord chat. So there's quite a lot going on. I'm trying to keep up. How many pips you caught this week? I don't measure it in pips because I'm a futures trader, mate. So I measure it in points. And I have caught, it's nothing glamorous, mate, I'm not joking. But I tell you, I've probably caught like 24 points. So it's been a slow week. Slow week for me, you can see. Nothing. Just curious. You said earlier you don't trade gold. May I ask why? A lot of traders that stream do trade gold. Because I'm profitable on the Nasdaq. It's like let me sort of like make this the way that I see it, right? Mike, I'm gonna call you Mikey. I think your name's Mikey. So if you had like a really good job that paid really well, and then you was like offered another job that was, you had no clue about it, you had no clue about what it was like, what the people were like, would you take it? Probably not. And it's like, why would I change what I'm doing now? Because what I do now already works, and the proof's sort of in the pudding. So if I add to this, then the gold sort of returns could influx these sorts of returns, and I don't want to do that. The best session to trade on gold, I would say London session. Most people that I know who trade gold trade London session, and they'll play the fibs and ranges. How long have you been trading the Nasdaq? I've been looking at the asset for 3 years, and I've been trading it for 2.5 years live, and full time I've been trading it for 1.5 years. Yes. I had very accelerated growth though. I was very blessed to find my mentor. Can you draw a diagram on the chart and show us how your entry criteria works in the diagram? I can probably show you it on deep charts, to be honest. But I can kind of go through this very quickly. So I want you to pay attention to the HVL level. We can use this as a bit of an example. All right. Now, what I'm sort of looking for when price comes into said area is a potential reversal reaction. So I could then come into deep charts, and I'm looking at these numbers here. Now, these numbers are very important. So you can see here 171, that is a seller with 171 contracts on the table. There's another seller here for 48 contracts, another seller here for 100 contracts. There's a buyer here at 100 contracts. Now you have to imagine they've got a stop loss somewhere, okay? They have a stop loss somewhere. So if you're a seller and you sold right down here, you know, maybe your stop loss is going to be here, and then you're looking to target all the way down here. All of these sellers too, maybe their stops are above this level here. So what I'm looking at is, okay, are these guys going to get rewarded, or are they going to get stopped out of their position? Now, a key term that we use in order flow trading is absorption, where aggressive selling occurs, but the opposite happens. These guys are most likely trapped. At this point here, he's most likely been stopped out. And what I'm anticipating from the reaction area that we mentioned on TradingView, which was this level here, a potential reversal reaction. So as soon as these guys are sat in drawdown and we get above this area, I'm thinking, right, now would be a good time to potentially long. I'm going to have my stop loss at this low. And if these guys are forced to close their position and they hit stop loss, bam, we get a sharp reaction to the upside. That's usually what happens. And you can see, this is the sort of exact reaction that I'm looking for. The context for this doesn't really work for me because we're sort of in a ranging market rather than a trending market, but that's the sort of entry confirmation I'm looking for. The opposite side of the market, getting right in at the potential bottom of the move, followed by strong buying pressure. If there's buyers here as well, it says a buyer here at 100 contracts, brilliant. Like you can see it here right now. We have a seller here at 50, a seller here at 43. Right now, they're going to be getting cooked on their positions. You know, they're in deep drawdown right now. They're going to be forced to close their position at some point, most likely at the most recent high. It's the most, you know, valid area of protection. This area here, this little green box, this is buying effort. There's a lot of buyers stacked in this area. So there's a good chance that this seller might end up just closing his position early. And you'll be able to tell when it happens because this will just go, boop, and just pop. Not here because of the giveaway, brother. You're listening to paid advice from Leo for free. Patiently waiting here only to walk away with nothing. The giveaway's not even happened, mate. Like, at the end of the day, if you're just here for the free account, like, that's fine, but I think your intentions are in the wrong place, my friend. Because at the end of the day, we've covered some source today, and if you've not been listening, then that's on you, brother. And hey, you'll still be joining free live streams in 10 years' time if you don't lock in. Stay focused. We're here to learn. And as a bonus, for the people who are most actively engaged, for people who actively participate, they will be rewarded for it. How do you incorporate the MAs? Do you mean the EMAs? Like the moving averages? These aren't moving averages, my friend. These are deviation levels. This is a moving average. This sort of like in-between price. You can sort of see it here. It's really messy. Let me just remove some of this. I don't use moving averages though. I use deviations. So this is basically 1 standard deviation away from the VWAP, 2 standard deviation away from the VWAP, 3 standard deviation away from the VWAP, and then plus 1 deviation away from the VWAP, 2 and 3. The EMA is just this one, but I don't even pay attention to the EMA, my friend. Giveaway coming on up, please tell. It will be, mate. It's well, we've been live for an hour 15, so it'll be happening within this hour, mate, for sure. Well, it'll happen within the next hour, sorry, because it's nearly 4 o'clock, so it'll be happening around 4:30. So we got about 50 minutes ish. What would you say your biggest sacrifice you had to make in training is? That's a deep question, bro. I'm gonna be honest, like I went probably not the best way about it in terms of health. So I worked a 9-to-5 job at the time, and I kind of had to, just due to family purposes and reasons. And I knew if I wanted to make it in trading, I had to dedicate at least 2 hours a day to it. And because I worked a 9-to-5, after 5 o'clock, I wanted to go to the gym. I wanted to, you know, relax, see my friends, eat good food, and I didn't have time for that. Because if I did all that, I'd get home, I'd be ready for bed. I wouldn't have time to trade. The biggest sacrifice I made was going out on weekends, spending money at a young age. I started working since I was 17, just, you know, in a shop, stacking shells, and I saved every penny from it because I knew at some point in my life I was going to invest money. I was going to, whether that was in a business, whether that was in whatever sort of industry, I didn't know, but I knew I needed capital. So the biggest sacrifice was just saying no to things that were going to be expensive and not worth it. And then when I really got into trading, I made a big sacrifice on my time. There was no time for games anymore, no time for chilling with, like, I could chill with my friends, but there's no, like, you know, just an hour on the Xbox on a night. There was none of that anymore. It was that hour was dedicated now to focusing on the market, or when I get home, I'm going to make a coffee, I'm going to lock in for an hour, then I'm going to go to the gym, eat some food, and then I'm going to come home, and instead of watch YouTube and watch some, you know, BS while I'm eating my food, I'll watch an educational trading video. And my life basically became work, gym, trade, sleep. And it was like that for like 6 months. And then I met my mentor. And those 6 months taught me a lot. Taught me what trading really was. I think he loves the gym. I'm a bit of a gym freak, to be fair. I love calisthenics. I do like all the hand. I used to. Oh, it's a shame that my Instagram. I don't have my Instagram anymore because I had all my gym stuff on there too. My gym stuff, my trading. I just vlogged my life when I was in Cyprus as well. It was unbelievable. For those that don't know, I lived abroad for a lot of last year. And I just traded on beaches. I pretty much peaked life. It was unbelievable. Just a little taster. We need to see the physique. Sorry, I'm a little bit dyslexic. Took me a second. I mean, I'm probably not going to whip my shirt off on stream, but I'm sure when I get back on the Instagram stuff, you'll be able to see what I get up to for sure. How many pounds can you lift? I do in kilograms, my friend. I'm not too sure. Let's keep this trading related. We don't need to talk gym right now. I've already been gym today. How different is futures to CFD? Not very different. I mean, there's a couple benefits to futures trading. Like, there's tax benefits. There's also zero spreads. But if you go into a CFD broker, like, I don't know, you got an account with Atlas and you type in US cash 100, the spreads will be very minimal anyway. They usually are on futures assets. Another difference is you work in lot sizes. lot sizes and contracts. It's slight adjustment, but it's like I genuinely find contracts easier to calculate than lots. It's easier to kind of eyeball because you have to do a round number. There's no like decimal point. Why don't you come live every day? To be fair, mate, I do actually live stream like every day. I just don't stream with Atlas every day. Not yet, anyway. Is trading all about the money, or do you use something else in it? Trading to me, my friend, as boring as it sounds, is just candles going up and down. My P&L is completely irrelevant. Like, making money in trading is one thing, but actually performing to a high standard is another. So that's what trading is for me. It's a performance-based game. The money is just a byproduct. Like I said, I lost the attachment a long time ago. Can you help us with your social handles? YouTube, just my name, literally. As of right now, I'm not on Instagram. My only accessible platform is YouTube currently. But I've done some like educational stuff. I haven't done anything on the sort of order flow side of things. I've done a little bit, not very much. Because like I said, I plan on making some like really in-depth content. And because I'm obviously... I like to think as myself as I teach to a very good standard. I'm gonna get the videos like professionally edited and everything, because I hate editing videos. I don't hate it, it's just, you know, it's an admin job. I do love recording content though. Do you think liquidity is important too? Yeah, for sure. Like, liquidity is everywhere in the market though. I use liquidity as like targets. But I'm not one of these guys that's like, all right, so the next draw of liquidity is this area here. We'll get the turtle soup and the consequent encroachment of the 4-hour mitigation block. I don't care about all that. For me, it's just, you know, the only thing you can sort of react on is what's happening in the moment. And as of current, as I mentioned about, again, the balanced price range where the market's just auctioning efficiently, we broke outside the value area and now we're just doing this, which is not great, not very tradable. But this is what it's been like all week, hence why I've not traded. It's just been really indecisive. And yeah, unfortunately, we got short somewhere here and we got cooked at break even. How do you define liquidity? Session highs, lows, previous days highs, lows, data wicks left from news events, inefficiencies as well, which is like, I don't know, what are like fair value gaps they call them. This is another form of liquidity. Like, price will seek this as balance. They're the sort of things as in terms of defining liquidity for me. But again, when it comes to actually seeing liquidity, I can quite literally see it here, because I can see every order above 30 contracts come into the market. Yeah, any contracts above 30. Look at the volume now. Look at this. They're really starting to kick in now. But again, it's just auctioning efficiently. Both buyers and sellers, you know, it's not really moving, and it hasn't for a while. So I expect us just to potentially just bounce back into this range a little bit. Ever traded gold or any other metal? I've traded gold a little bit. I'd say in terms of outside of futures, an asset that I had really good success with was crude oil. I got into crude oil last year, before all the sort of Iran stuff kind of got involved, and I managed to catch a really decent return on that. But my biggest trade ever was on Solana. I traded a bit of crypto, but I didn't trade it. I more sort of like invested in it. So I've been exposed to like a lot of the trading stuff as I grew up. It always fascinated me. Do you ever use order blocks? Only thing I use is rejection blocks. Anything else, I don't really use order blocks. Like there's a move I was looking for pre-market today that was off a rejection block. It was off the 50-minute. Where is it? Can't remember where it was now. Yeah, here it was. So yeah, nice rejection block. Price came into the tick. This was pre-market, but this was the sort of move I was looking for pre-market, was that reaction off of it. Try catch that manipulation. Reacted to the tick of the rejection block and then dump lower. Other than that, I don't use any other blocks. I don't know anything about NASDAQ, but I'll definitely look into it. I'm going to be honest with you, mate, right? Every other asset, in terms of like Forex and stuff, they're sort of manipulated against you. Like, the way I can explain it is Forex is designed to do this. It's designed to hold a stable value. Crypto is all about hype and all about sort of like, you know, what's being put in and what's being put out. So it's based on, you know, sort of seasonality. It's based on sort of hype, so you can get big influxes like this, and also, you know, major events like this that can happen. And on the NASDAQ and ES and any other futures asset, it's designed to go up. It's designed to go up in the long run. Like if I go to a daily time frame on the NASDAQ or a weekly time frame on the NASDAQ, you'll see this asset just goes up. It just goes up. If I go to Euro USD, look at it. It's designed to go sideways. Do you see what I'm saying? So my question to you would be, would you rather trade an asset that's designed to do this? Would you rather trade an asset that's designed to do this? Because I know which asset I'd rather trade. And when I show people this, they're like, what? No way. I'm like, listen, you should stop paying attention to some people on the internet and actually look for yourself. Can you see why I was big into swing trading though on these sorts of assets? Just because of, again, kind of the overall direction of these assets are just very bullish. It's brilliant. So, is a rejection block? It's kind of like a break block. Yeah, pretty much, except it doesn't break. I'm not too sure on the whole sort of like breaker block thing though, because for me, like an order block isn't a candle on a screen. It's looking at what's actually going on in price and looking where the orders actually are. I can see the orders in the market. How do you see the volume on the chart? When you say volume, do you mean the numbers or do you mean like actual volume profiles? Something like, I don't know, you could do something like this, for example. Like this. Like this tool, by the way, unbelievable. A lot of my team use this tool for low volume nodes. You'll probably seen Fabio Valentini use this. Based on us now breaking out the value area. Again, you can see all these sellers not getting rewarded, buying efforts just being rewarded here. We've got effort zones printing and just reacting out of them consistently. Kind of looks good for a little push up to the VWAP right now. It's just probably going to be really slow because of just how we're moving overall. Actual volume. Well, that is actual volume, my friend. I just pulled that up on charts. So it's just like there's this little thing here. There's also indicators for it, but I'm not too much into the volume stuff at the moment. Like I said, what I do currently works. I don't see the need to change it. Well done, Hashim. Well said, my friend. Crypto is a narrative based, right? Yeah, pretty much. You know, it's based on hype. It'll move based on how much, you know, influx and how many people are participating in said market. Also, the market caps it too. Obviously have massive importance. If you do, what do you consider as a valid break of structure on a 15-minute time frame? I'm going to be honest, I don't really use market structure. Maybe well, why? Like the thing is, for me, like a break of structure, it doesn't, like, sure, you can go off like candles, but usually when you, as an order flow trader, I probably see the market very differently to people who just look at trading view, because all of these people look at is just candles going up and down. So for a breaker structure to someone else, like this for them could be a breaker structure. I'll see this as a potential liquidity grab to then have a reversion to the upside based on the amount of orders that are resting within inside of this wick. So I've got so much more information than the traders, and then bang, now you've got your breaker structure and it's all the way down here. But because you're waiting for the breaker structure, I'm actually just reading what's going on within these candles and being able to react off that. and being able to anticipate, oh, this candle's likely to have an aggressive reaction to the downside based on what's actually happening in terms of the order flow stuff. I hope that makes sense. Is 80 to 90% accuracy possible? I think long term, you know, if you're doing this for like 10 years, probably not. I mean, 80% maybe. 90%, that's unbelievable. Depends on your risk to reward, mate. I think risk to reward is more important than sort of like win rate and things. Risk to reward is what will keep you profitable. And proof's in the pudding, really, actually. I'll show you this very briefly. So it was actually last month, I lost more than I won, but I still came out on top. And this is why risk to reward is more important than win rate. I had a negative win rate this month, but it was still profitable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses. 1, 2, 3, 4 wins. And pretty much every single week was profitable. So focus more on risk to reward than actual accuracy, because risk to reward is what makes you profitable. And then after that, it's just keeping the risk as consistent as possible and not, you know, not changing anything. But in conclusion, price action is usually the best. I mean, for you, maybe. I don't really use like price action concepts like break of structures, changing states of delivery, turtle soups, all of that stuff. It doesn't, yeah, never used it. It's interesting because I can tell where a lot of people are getting their information from just by some of the questions they're asking. It's really interesting. Is one-to-one good enough to be profitable? 100%. Fun fact, actually, I know a guy who's in our mentorship. Well, I say my mentorship, it's not my mentorship. It's just our group. But he's a one-to-one trader. He's got I think last time we spoke, it was like a 72% win rate. Obviously, that's profitable. And he finds it emotionally a lot easier than a 1-to-2. Because he finds that if he goes break even at a 1-to-2 risk to reward at a 1-to-1, he's getting more break evens. That actually reduces his win rate. So he's actually better off aiming for a 1-to-1 than a 1-to-2 based on the way he trades. Do you fluctuate your percentage risk based on the trade profitability? Nope. Every trade is the same, my friend. I went through a period of like de-risking to sort of approach a new way of trading with just absorption, which kind of went horribly. I think I showed you guys before. I went on like a 6 losing streak, took 6 losses in 3 days. Obviously reduced risk because I was forward testing, I was collecting data on it, and it didn't really suit me. It was too aggressive. So yeah. Ever heard of Trader Dante? Can't say I have, to be honest. But yeah, so when it comes to fluctuating my risk, mate, no, keep it the same across the board. Because if you have like you have a 2R trade and then your next trade is a 2R, but you de-risked, then you're not actually really up 2R, are you? Because if you lose your next trade, that 2R trade is technically a 1R because you de-risked, you know what I'm saying? So keep the risk consistent. What's your RR? 1-to-2, mate. 1-to-2. You'll see it. It's like 1.19, 1-to-2. That was a 3R. Usually they're all just 2. 2R, 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 2R. Where it says 0.5, I've usually reduced my risk. So let's say, for example, like I'd be, I don't know, in a long from here, maybe my stop's here, targeting a 2 risk to reward, and then I've reduced my risk, and then I get stopped out. That's what you call like a 0.5R loss. Do you think of scalping positions? I am a scalper, mate. That is all I do. I'm usually in and out of trades within a few minutes. I've recorded loads of stuff on my YouTube, live trade reactions and things. You can check those out. Gold is moving like someone just ran away with gold's girlfriend. We're at 1.6%. It's not moving that much. I mean, overall, yes, but kind of expected this, to be honest. Look at silver. No. But like I said, I don't really care about all that stuff. Doesn't concern me. Do you think of added positions in an open trade? Yes, I do that sometimes. I actually consider doing that on today's trade, but I was risked accordingly, so I didn't need to. I just wanted to see aggression. But scaling into positions is quite an advanced thing, mate. right now, just focus on consistency and just putting risks straight on the table. Do you take days off trading? Yep, I do. Yesterday, I traded for about 20 minutes and then walked away because I just thought the day was going to go sideways, and it did. How can you be psychologically disciplined over a sufficiently large sample of trades, regardless of short-term wins or losses, when not automated? How can you be psychologically disciplined over? Well, I think it's just discipline, my friend. Like you got to think about it, right? The more you do something, the better you get at something, right? And in trading, there's an element of that that's true and not true. But your exposure to the market, the more you expose yourself to the market, the more you expose yourself as a person. Psychologically disciplined people are made through mistakes, having their ego ripped off them, and being stripped back to the basics. So you can be psychologically disciplined in trading with a large a large sample of trades. You just have to be that sort of person. There's some people who are made for it, and there's some people that aren't. And there's some people who eventually will be made for it. They just need to learn more about themselves before they get to that point. Like, I'm a psychologically disciplined trader. I can walk away from a trade. I can accept a loss. I don't care if it wins or loses. I don't, class a bad day as, oh, I've lost money today. It doesn't matter for me. You just have to train your mind to be that trader. Hello, Mr. Ash. Good to see you, my friend. Trading it in one single session is compulsory according to you, or can we trade all sessions in a day? Well, my question to you is, what is the point in trading if you're going to sit here for 8 hours? Most of you have got involved into trading because you want time freedom, right? So you can trade for 1 or 2 hours and be done for your day. So you have to select your window. If you become a hostage to the charts, I'm not joking you're going to be sat at your desk for 6 hours a day looking at candles going up and down. You're going to go mentally insane. Just focus on one session. Pick a 2-hour time and trade it. So what are you looking at? What I'm looking at already happened. I was looking for shorts and we got in short. We ran decent profit. We got slapped out at break even and then it ran to TP. And now we're in a balanced price range. So kind of expecting sideways PA for a little bit. How are you, where is this? How are you profitable last month if you target 2 out and you have a negative win rate? Read the numbers. That doesn't make sense, mate. I think you've kind of got mixed up. If I was a 1-to-1 trader and I had a negative win rate, I'd be down. But because I have a 2 win rate, for every winner, it takes me 2 losses to break even. So if you think about it, if I've taken 10 losses, I would need 5 wins and I'm break even. Do you see what I'm saying? So the fact is I had 4 wins and 6 losses, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses. 1, 2. Oh, that's the wrong month. It was this month. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 losses. Some of them are reduced risk losses. 3R, 2R, 2R, 2R. And they're the sums at the end of the month. So you can see I was at 1R this month, 0.5R this month, 0.9R this month, 2.4R this month. So that's how it's profitable. So you can have a negative win rate at 2R. But yeah. Hope that answers your question, brother. But most people quit their jobs to be traders, make millions instead of becoming traders to make the same salary but in a short period, and let's say become possible. They should quit their job to be traders to make millions instead of becoming traders to make the same. Yeah, exactly. That's a really good way of putting it. Like, I came into trading not expecting to make millions, but to make enough to live. And if I can do that, then everything else is a bonus. And it's got to a point now where I have more than enough to live, and everything else is, again, the bonus. So I can look to invest more money elsewhere and things like that. But trading is a tool to just gain access to freedom and to make money in a short period of time, but you have to completely detach from all of that. It's such an interesting game. I could speak about it for hours. Well, I wish to be that type of trader where win or loses not move me again. I have to pass several challenges, get multiple payouts, but I'm still bothered when I'm in a loss. I mean, it's completely natural, mate. But I think usually getting annoyed at a loser or a losing trade usually comes down to the fact you've lost money and that you're annoyed that you lost money, which comes down to the fact you care too much about money, or you're annoyed that you're wrong and that you can't stand being wrong, and that you must be right because you've dedicated so much time to trading and all this time to the charts and you're still not getting it. So I must be right eventually. That's just ego. All of these things trading exposes. And as soon as you accept that you are not special, that you are simply like everyone else who turns up to the charts every day and looks to trade, you're not special. The only way you will make it in this game is by controlling you. And if you can learn to control yourself, that's all you can do, because you can't control the market. You can only control yourself, your output, your input outside of this market, all of these things. The crazy friends, I'm not too sure what you're spamming for, brother. Because you can reduce risk, Mickey. So I think I mentioned this before. So if I was in a long position here, right, my original stop loss is there, and I'm targeting a 2 risk to reward. Prices came into a nice bit of profit. Instead of risking 500 on this trade, I'm going to risk 250. So now I've reduced my stop loss to half, and I'm still in the same size. I've just reduced my risk. So this trade is now technically a 4R, but it's only a 2R to me, because if I'm counting this as a 4R, it's technically not true, because I did originally risk 500. But if I get stopped out here, well, I've only lost half of my overall risk. So it'll be a 0.5R loss. Hope that makes sense. Do you break even trades after they go into profit? Yeah, sometimes. It depends, really. Again, I only go break even when it's logical to do so. Like, let's say we take a local high, or we come into an area of interest that I think we're likely to have a reaction from. Again, I've recorded plenty of trades on my YouTube if you want to check them out. All live as well, all live recorded. It's just my name, by the way. Like live reactions to trades and things. Please, I'm a real trader, but you have no capital. Well, that's the thing, my friend. It's like, real traders have capital. Your job right now shouldn't be trading if you have no money, my friend. Your focus should be to get money to actually trade with. Because you'll just end up in a vicious cycle, my friend. It's harsh but true. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you what you want to hear. I'm not that sort of teacher, unfortunately. Well, it should say fortunately, to be honest. Giveaway? Yeah, we'll run the giveaway. We'll do it in 3 minutes. We'll run the giveaway. 3 minutes, guys, and we'll do the giveaway. We're ready to go break even my account when I have to. Well, the thing is, Harshal, right? What you said there is completely normal. That's you can't control that. The only thing you can control is going break even and not going break even. Now, it's just part of the game. You have to understand, based on your trading, are you better off not going break even? Some people are, genuinely. Some people are way better off just leaving their trade open and losing rather than setting break even. Where are you doing it at? Good question. Let me just check the Discord quickly to see if we've got the games chat. I think I'm able to type in the games chat, maybe. I don't know. Don't want to take up too much room. Let's see. Give me a sec, guys. We'll get this sorted. All right. I'm going to create a little Discord server very quickly. I'm going to get you guys to join. We're going to do a guess the number game. We'll get to that shortly. How do I create a channel? It's been so long since I've had to do this. There we go. Oh, lovely. Oh, you are a legend, sir. Oh, this. Can we just get a W in the chat for my boy? God himself. He's just locked in. He's just locked in. Right, guys, I've got a link for you. I'm going to send this link in. I'm I don't know if you're able to. Are you able to send it into the YouTube chat as well? If you could do that, that'd be great. All right, everybody. Inside the Discord, I need you guys to check the chat quickly. You'll see a guess the number section. Please just join that. You can stay in the live stream. For the guys on YouTube as well, I'll send this over to you quickly. Gotta find it first. There we are. Amazing, guys. You see the little host section? The hosts put a Discord link in there. That's where the giveaway is going to be hosted, guys. We're going to start it in a couple minutes, literally 2 minutes. So get locked in. Right. So it's the guess the number game. So press the link. So you can guess a number now. It's not going to count because I haven't even got a number yet, boys. But you guys get the you guys get the game. It's pretty simple. You join the Discord, you guess the number. If you guess it right, you win the account. There is also one person who has been active in both the, I believe, YouTube and the Discord, who will be winning an account anyway. I'll announce them at the start, actually, because I think they deserve that one. Cool. So I need to check first off, Roland and Micah. Are you there, sir? You sent me a message on Discord. You are one of my most active users. You asked some very good questions in the YouTube chat. So just want to say well done, sir. You have won yourself a 25k account with Atlas Funded. So well done. I'll quickly make note of that and then we'll play the guess the number game, guys. So I'll give you a second. Please make sure to press the link. Don't miss out. Let's lock in. Let me just grab my pen and paper and we'll get started. I also need to think of a number too. So there'll be a few of these because obviously we have 5 accounts to give away. So the number is gradually going to get bigger as we go forward. All right. So it's going to be good fun. Cool. All right. Let me just make the name of the first guy. So we had Roland and Micah. You got yourself a 25k account, brother. I'll send that over to you shortly. I've just made a note. The link isn't working. You can just join the Discord, by the way. If you guys join the Atlas Discord, you'll be able to see the giveaway at the bottom. You'll see the live trading chat. Just join that, open up the chat, you'll see the link. Let's go, it's going to be good. Roland and Micah. 25k. Cool. All right. When the clock hits 15 minutes, we're going to guess the first number. All right. It's going to be an interesting one. All right. I wouldn't guess now, guys, because if you guess now, but you guess my actual number, it's not going to count. Come on, let's lock in here. Just a quick one too. If you do win the account, please answer your DMs. I will DM you directly if you win. Clock hasn't hit 15 yet, guys, so your numbers aren't going to count. And I'm not going to, I will be checking because if the clock says 16:13 and you say, oh, I guess your number, I'm going to say, well, you didn't because it wasn't before the time. So hold on the numbers, guys. Hold on the numbers. We ain't done just yet. Right, just so everyone can see the giveaway. If you come to the Discord, the Atlas Funded Discord, you'll see it all the way at the bottom. Just scroll all the way down. You'll see the live trading section. Open up the chat. Inside the chat, you'll see guess the number. Please press this and join up. This is going to be exciting. All right. It's close. Again, guys, you need to go into the guess the number chat. All right. First number's been exposed early, but the clock isn't 15 yet. Ooh. Are we ready? I have a number written down. As soon as the clock hits 15, we go. It's not counted yet. As soon as I put that message in the chat, you guys can put your numbers in. There we go. Yep, someone got it. Harshal Vidav, 15, number 15. There you go. Well done. You won the first account, my friend. Let me just quickly add you on Discord. So I've got you added. Okay, I can't seem to add you, but you are a winner, my friend. Let me just write your name down. All right, we're gonna do another one, but this time the number's gonna increase. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let me just get into the number chat again. All right. Oh, fantastic. Beautiful. Right, first winner, done. Second game is 1 to 150. Go. Hey, someone. Oh, wait. No one got it yet. My bad. My bad. Keep going. I thought someone got it. They didn't. Ooh, some numbers are close. It's a good number, this one. Oh, someone was one off. Okay, it's moving rapids. I think I've kept an eye on it well, though. No one's got it so far. Oh my god, it's a great number. I don't think anyone's got it. We'll double check if not, but so far no one's guessed the number. Oh, that was close. Oh, someone was one off again. 2 off. Oh, how? You're so close. How's nobody said the number yet? I'll be very surprised if I've missed this. I've been so locked in. Oh, wow. Oh, you guys are struggling, huh? Come on, boys. Yay, someone got it. It's number 70. Number 70. Zeus Storm. Well done, sir. You got it. I believe he was the first one to type 70. We'll get a VAR check on that, I'm sure. But that was the first 70 that I saw. I was locked in on that one. All right, well done, Zeus Storm. I'll make note. So we have 3 more accounts to give away, guys. 3 more accounts. All right. This time, the number is going to be 1 to 200. Go. Hey, Silent Alchemist won it. No way. It was number 1. My number was number 1. Well done, Silent Alchemist. GG. Damn. Got that quick. All right. Let me just make note. So we're giving away 3. So we have 2. Well, we've given away 1 to Roland 2 for being the most active. So now we have 2 more accounts to give away, guys. 2 more accounts. The number I am thinking of is 1 to 200. Let's go. Come on, boys. 1 to 200. Lock in. Oh, someone was 1 off. No way. Oh, wow. That was early as well. Hey, Lutendo got it. I saw a 199. Yeah, nice, Lutendo. So we got 1 more account to give away, guys. Well done, Lutendo. Let me just quickly add you quick time. Whoa, you guys typing too quick. Cool. All right, this one. Wait, you said 199? Oh, let's get a VAR check. Harsha said 199 there. You said 199 down there. So the first 199 I saw was here. Oh, to be fair, no, Husafara actually. He did say 199. He did say. He did say 199. We had a 199 from Toby. We had a 199 from Aliz. So where's the first 199? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Sorry, guys. That one was... I clearly wasn't locked in for that one. We had a 198 from Nintendo there. So yeah, I don't think Lutendo wanted... Lutendo got another 199 up here. 200... There's a 199 there. Yeah, I think he might have got it, honestly, because I don't see a 199 up here. 198. So actually, no, I think you said 199 twice, mate, actually. And I missed it, so well done. Yeah, there wasn't another 199, so yeah, well done, mate. You did actually win the account. You said 199 before. So well done, sir. I don't think you were, bro. He was actually above you, if you look. So Nintendo said 199 twice. You see it here, he said 200. He said 200. He said 200 again. He was so strict on 200. And then he did say 199 somewhere else. I remember I just went past it because I checked. So yeah, well done, sir. You won, mate. We'll send you a DM with the account and stuff. If you can send a screenshot proving that you were first, but I'm very confident Lutendo won that. Because you said the 199 down here. Cool. This is first. Okay, perfect. Prodigy, you won, sir. Well done. Nah, he was first. McDaniels is keeping an eye on it. It's because I'm trying to keep an eye on both, so McDaniels got it. Lovely. Right, we're going to do one more number, guys. Going to make it... this one's going to be an interesting one, I think. We go 1... 1 to 250. Let's go. I've written the number down. See who gets it. It's a good number. There's a lot of numbers as well to choose from, so this could be interesting. Yeah, we got a winner. Aval. I see that. 7. There he is. Well done, sir. All right, that's the last account, I think. Brilliant. Sorry, guys. It's done now. I think some of these guys will be in YouTube as well, so they'll have a slight delay, so they won't be. They'll still think it is going on, bless them. Guys, well done, though. For those that won. I've got all the information of your accounts here, so I'll DM you via Discord directly. As you can see, we got all 5 of them here. Only one I need to confirm is Roland. So guys, just for those who have won accounts, just keep an eye out for your message requests. I'm going to reach out to you directly. Just need to confirm your email address, and we'll have those accounts to you over the weekend. So yeah, well done to the winners. I think that's everything for the giveaway today. So brilliant stuff. For those that are more interested in the trading side of things, I know I am. So just a quick little recap of today's session. So coming into the market today, I was very indecisive at the start, being completely transparent. Wasn't too sure where the market was likely to distribute. As I mentioned, I hadn't traded all week. And you can probably see why. You know, the market hasn't had too much overall direction. We've been in quite compressed market conditions where the market's going sideways. But overall, I'm quite hopeful towards the end of this month that we'll start to see some higher pricing, because I do expect to be back pushing all-time highs towards the end of this year. So I do expect some upside momentum over the next kind of couple of weeks. We started to kind of react after this major level, which I think was just repriced. Again, it's conveniently pretty much the start of August, repriced to this level where institutions are most likely, taking breaks. We reprice to this area, we buy it all back at the cheap. Yes, as well, congratulations to the winners of the giveaway. Well done. And then, yeah, coming into today, wasn't really expecting much. Wanted to kind of get a bit of a confirmation on what price wanted to do during the session, and sort of kind of gauge a reaction off that. And you can pretty much see off open, we just did the chop. So we had having some nice selling kind of pressure. We ended up getting involved short close to this area here. We did end up getting some momentum down. We eventually got stopped out. We got involved in this chop here. We ended up getting out of break even, unfortunately. But overall, a very good trading day, to say the least. I think, did I keep the trade on deep charts? Yeah, so this was the trade from today's session. As I mentioned, we did get stopped out. We got stopped out there. So yeah, it was a reduced risk loss. Pretty happy with today's performance. Anyone got any questions, anything like that, feel free to do so. Break even on main accounts. Some of the evals got stopped out today. So very good trading day. Happy with this week as well, discipline week. And happy to be giving some accounts away as well. Nothing beats that. I'll give time for any questions. If any of you have anything, please feel free to let me know. And other than that, I'll leave you guys to enjoy your weekends. Let's see. I'm just going to scroll right to the bottom of the Discord chat, just in case you have... It's in your private message, get the 109. Yeah, don't worry, Prodigy. We got you, bro. My guy McDaniels is watching over. He did VAR checks on everything. So you have won the account, by the way. Don't worry about it. What kind of giveaway was this? I'm watching since the start. I'm waiting for the form to fill so I can... Oh, so that is a different giveaway, mate. Yeah, this is just a Friday giveaway. We always give accounts away on a Friday. It's good fun. But yeah, this was just in the Discord. I understand if people think it's not fair. I mean, listen, mate, we've got literally someone monitoring this. And I don't believe 160 was a number that I chose, to be honest. I can't remember if I chose 160. I can't remember the numbers I chose, throwing the paper away. Got the guys done. We got Harsh. We got Rebound. We got Harshal Yadev, Zoostorm, Silent Alchemists, and what's the guy's name? He's up there somewhere. I think I just called out his name. I think he's in the Discord chat. Yeah, there he is. Prodigy. You won the account, bro. There you go. They've all been tagged in the chat, so you can see who won. Yeah, so I'll send you guys a DM after stream. Just make sure you get those all okay. Looks like a slow grind higher for the rest of the day, I think. The volume though, kicking in now. So many big orders coming in. Selling's not getting rewarded. We're trading above the view up now, coming towards the value area. Just kind of expecting a slow grind towards the value area, to be honest. Leo, sir, I swear I never won an account from Atlas Funded. I was watching the whole video since you came from live, and I was waiting for the form. There's no form for this giveaway, mate. That's a completely different one. Just received your friend request, Zoostorm and Prodigy, so don't worry. I'll get to you boys after stream. I got you guys, don't worry. Cool, we'll wrap it up in 2 minutes, unless anyone else has got any questions or anything like that. Today's been great, by the way, guys. The turnout was fantastic. I'm really grateful for everyone who showed up today. As always, if you want to find out a little bit more about me as well, obviously I do have YouTube, and you guys are more than welcome to kind of check out my YouTube channel. I just go over a lot of the sort of things that I cover in terms of model execution, everything like that. So again, it's been a pleasure, man, having you all here with me today. So big love, genuinely. I'll leave a couple of seconds for a couple of minutes for any more questions, and yeah, we can wrap it up there, I think. Unfair giveaway. I mean, it's just one of those things, mate. It's a giveaway. It'd be unfair if I took the accounts away now. The numbers that we saw, we got McDaniels checking it. It's just one of those things. Who won for active members? The most active member was a guy called Roland, and I can't remember the last name. He added me on Discord though. It was, I'll be able to check. Maybe not, because it's not the same name. Well, we'll see. I'll double check. I think one of them sent me a message probably. I'll see in the message requests. Maybe not. We'll see. I will say, Roland and Micah, if you're you are watching. Can you like let me know what your name is? I'm not too sure what your name is, bro. I just need to check. Yeah, if you could drop your Discord username, that'd be fantastic, brother. Just so I can get that account to you as soon as possible. When are you going to start the beta testing app? How do we know if we get selected? That'll all be mentioned. I can't remember when they announced the release date. But guys, get involved in the beta testing if you haven't. Submit your application. You followed me? I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Baby Trade, I know you sent me a message as well on Discord, so I'll add you back. What are the active members on Discord? That was for both of them, Mickey. So the most active person was on YouTube out of everyone on Discord too. Zeustorm is Roland? No way! Is he actually? Ah. Well, how's that happening? Oh no. That's brilliant. Of course it is. Alright then, well, this makes it interesting. Well, I mean, I'll play it however you like, McDaniels. Reply DMs now. Now! I'll do it shortly. I will do it now, Baby Trade. Just give me time. One more. Ooh. Are we doing one more? Are we doing one more giveaway? He wants a free account. We're doing one more. We're doing one more. We'll do one more. Should we do the guess the number game? We all good for the guess the number game? Type 1 if you want to guess the number game. That game's fun. I like that one. Oh, Tony Trades, thank you for this, mate. Yeah, I've not heard of bot tricks, to be honest. Well, we'll probably take a look into it. Right, cool. Sounds like you guys want the a random number game, so we'll do one more. We'll do one more. Pick you, maybe Baby Trader. We'll see. Guess my number and I'll pick you. How about that? That fair deal? All right, everybody, get in the guess the number chat. I'll give you till the clock hits 34, and then we're gonna do the number. So the number's gonna be 1, 2. We'll see. Try it out. Whoa. Can he tape? Next time, please start the wheel spins so we can all have a chance to win. This is the same, really. You just got to be quick. I see a lot of other people do this. It's really fun. Instant Kumar, it's not started yet, but you can try. It's not gonna. I mean, you know, make your way down slowly. But all of these numbers aren't counting, unfortunately, right now. As soon as the clock hits 34, we'll do it. We'll run it. McDaniels be typing. Oh wait, get ready, boys. As soon as the clock hits 34. As soon as the clock hits 34. I've wrote my number down. It's not 34 yet, boys. We're close. It's coming. God, it's the slowest minute of my life. What's going on? There it is. Go. Press 1 to 100. Count, bruh. Stop spamming me with numbers that I don't need to read. I gotta lock in. This is like reading order flow, but worse. It's like reading the DOM. I don't know if anyone uses the DOM. There we go. He actually won it, Hamza. And he actually, that was perfect as well. Thank you. He tagged me in it as well, so I could see it perfectly. 10 was my number. Well done. Hamza, you won yourself a 10K account, my friend. I'll just double check. No one had said 10. I don't believe they did. We'll double check. Oh, no. Sakura did say 10, to be fair. Hang on a second. So this guy's our current winner. Wait. Because it'll, anything under my message, if there's another 10, we could be good. This guy might have won it, though. So far, he's the winner. It's going to load up these messages. I know I got some people on a VAR check too, but you can see it here. We're checking. Looking for the number 10. Nope. So all you had to do was not add an extra 0, bro. You'd have cooked. That's actually sad. You said 11 as well. That's really unlucky. 62. So yeah, the first person that said 10 was... Where's he at? There is number 10. Nice. Well done, Sarah JK. You won yourself an account, brother. Beautiful. Let me just quickly add you too. All right then, guys. I think that is going to be the end of the stream, I believe. For everyone again that tuned in, thank you so much. Today's been amazing, man. Decent trading day, break even on the day, pretty much down across a couple accounts. Overall, good read on the market. Really enjoyed today. Thanks for the company. Thanks for the questions. And if you guys need anything at all, feel free to tag me in the Atlas Discord or just message me directly and I'll get back to you when I can. Guys, it's been a pleasure and I'll speak to you soon.